I'm glad you came, because if you hadn't come, we wouldn't have had an audience.
Okay, here's the audience.
Eagerly awaiting the speeches.
All right.
Okay. The human brain is one of the most complex and also one of the most important organs in our body. We couldn't function without it, or for that matter, stay alive. Why would one want to ruin this power system for our bodies, even unintentionally? Well, this reason is known as addiction. Addiction is the continued use and dependence on certain substances and activities. This means that addiction changes the chemistry of the brain. The brain relies on neurotransmitters to send out messages to the rest of the body, which in turn makes us carry out basic functions. However, when an addicting substance enters the brain, they bind to receptors that neurotransmitters would normally bind to and trick the body into feeling a response. This response is known as a high. The problem of addiction arises in two ways. The first way is tolerance. Tolerance is the body's reaction to repeated doses of a drug. Just like skin reacts to form a callus when an area is used over and over again, the receptors in the brain change to meet the new condition of having a drug around. With tolerance, more is needed to get a similar effect from the drug. Drugs that mimic natural neurotransmitters begin to replace those normally present in the brain. The body senses these fakes as reals and quits making normal levels. When patients stop the drug, suddenly the body is caught short and cannot immediately meet what it senses as a lack of neurotransmitter. This is one of the reasons withdrawals happens. The second phenomenon is known as dependence. Partly, this is a physical need for the drug because of the changes mentioned above. But there is a psychological need that develops as well. Often drugs are used to self-treat depression or to avoid problems. As the addict becomes dependent on the drug, behavioral changes occur that go beyond simple brain chemistry. Even after withdrawal has been completed, addicts may still have cravings for it. This cannot be explained on the basis of neurotransmitters alone, because the normal biochemistry has been restored. Current understandings are that whole areas of the brain that are tied to pleasure and reward have been altered and may remain so for years, if not a lifetime. Perhaps a genetic predisposition to this profound and long-lasting type of addiction may be one answer. Much remains to be studied. For now, addictions are treated as chronic diseases, and it is felt there is always some risk for relapse, even after years of abstinence. So in conclusion, the brain is deeply affected by the dependence and tolerance buildup of a substance, and most of, if not all of these effects are unhealthy and can easily ruin the ability that the brain has to control basic functions. The best way to keep your brain and body healthy is to stay abstinent from these harmful substances. You never really know just how much you need your brain until it's gone.
Very good.
Yay. Wonderful. Bravo.
Audience is still wide awake.
Stop filming. Stop.